The film lovers. On the 11th of June, I finally watched Akira Kurosawa's classic 1952 film Ikiru, starring Takashi Shimura, among others. And this was a movie that had been on my watch list for quite a while. I hadn't tackled it because it sounded depressing, and it's almost 2.5 hours. And but I had one of my moments with my Uncle Pat, and that led me to watching it this time. There was, to give you an idea, sometimes what it's like to talk to my Uncle Pat when it comes to a movie I haven't seen. There was a recent scene in the episode of Poker Face where the two of the characters were talking, and one guy said, "I've never seen Heat," and the other guy was like, "You've never seen Heat?" And that was the exact way that went down with my Uncle Pat. Also with Lawrence of Arabia, which the first time, now every time I talk to him, and he was reminded of that, he asked me, and no, I have not seen Lawrence of Arabia yet, but I will. I will. I will see it this year. But also with Ikiru, and after that, he's like, "I demand you to see Ikiru. I demand you to see Ikiru." It's cinema. So yeah, I watched it after work. So I was a little tired going into it, which might have affected me a little. But I gave it 4 out of 5. It is a damn fine film worth its legacy. Ikiru is about Kanji Watanabe, a middle-aged, lifelong bureaucrat who discovers he has stomach cancer and wave of emotions. I don't think I've ever seen someone play dejected so well. I mean, just the kind of just the way he just sort of sits there and stares. It's just like he's dealing with so much depression, failure, just looking for something to motivate him towards the end of his life. He is a fantastic performance, and I think that's why my uncle really pushed this one on me, because a week or so ago I talked about the movie Scandal, another Kurosawa film that Shimura is in, and I mentioned that felt like a bit of a different performance because he was a sad sack in that one, in a different way. My favorite films from him are with him are Seven Samurai and Stray Dog, where he's an older guy and kind of a leader figure. Ikaru was by far of everything I've seen, but definitely his best performance. And I'm going to shout out a couple other actors real quick. Miko Odagiri, who plays basically the female lead, Toya. She's female lead is a bit much. She's definitely a supporting player, but she's really good in this, and I was surprised to look at her filmography and see that she didn't do a lot of, at least from the most popular films on Letterboxd, wasn't the lead in any of those. Really like third, fourth, fifth, eighth build. And there's also an actor, Yunosuke Ito, who plays the novelist, one of the first guys he meets on this journey to try to find something that motivates him. Is an actor I had seen in a few things, so I didn't really know his name. He's also a Kurosawa regular. He's been in High and Low, great film. Sanjuro's good, and Stray Dog, one of my favorites of all time. But I've seen him in several other films, including one of the Lone Wolf and Cub movies, a pretty decent Japanese drama called Elegant Beast, but also two other films I want to say. One I mentioned in a previous video when I talked about Black Test Car, Giants and Toys, which is a damn fine film, and the movie a sports noir, baseball noir film called I Will Buy You, which I caught on Criterion Channel a few years ago, which I really, really like. He tends to be like third or fourth bill, but he has a very distinct face, and he's very good in everything. He's very good in this, and I kind of want to go back and watch the other films to see if I spot him. I'm pretty sure he's one of the gangsters or one of the criminals in Stray Dog. But yeah, all the performances, and there's quite a bit of cast around him because there's a lot of bureaucrats. There's the people who work in his office, and then there's the sequence in the last. It's not spoiler alert for a 70-year-old movie, but he's dead by the after the first 100 minutes. So the last part is his coworkers and other bureaucrats talking about him, and there's flashbacks of him, and very, very fantastic way this film is put together. Ikiru. I probably should have watched this on a day off or on a half shift day. That way I could have locked in a lot sooner. But a very engaging movie all the way through. Many great performances, mainly Takashi Shimura. You can definitely see why this is an all-time classic and why it's considered one of the all-time great movies. And I had always planned to watch it, but I finally did. So thank you, Uncle Pat, for being annoying. But yeah, I'll catch you all later.